Hello all, Mike here. I just wanted to take the time out of my day and just want to show you. I'm actually working in my truck today. I wanted to take the time out of my time today to talk to you guys today about plans and that of them. You know, and very often, well, first I have to say, as a man, you know, if you don't have a plan, you know, and you're, 25, 29, 35, well, I guess I want to continue and urge you guys to continue to learn and grow. Eventually, you will definitely get a plan, you know. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the plans, and I wanted to talk to you guys more on the idea of if your plan ceases to work. What it is that you should be doing. And again, I'm going to say it like I say it all the time. If the plan that you're working on does not work for whatever reason it is, just go to the next plan. Go to the next thing that you have in your head, the next idea that you have in your head, and try that out. Right? Very often we get told, oh, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But very often we do indeed put all of our eggs in that one basket. You know, to where if it doesn't work out, oh man, that's it. That's all. You know, it didn't work out. What do you want us to do? I want you to get up and I want you to try it again. And don't stop. Keep on trying. Keep on going. There are people in your life that are counting on you to do that. There are people in your life that are counting on you to get back up and to keep going. You know, and if you don't have anyone in your life that's counting on you, well, I gotta say then that you probably should sit back and see how many people are actually in your life that do care about you. You know, that do want the best for you, the absolute best for you. You know, because all of us, we all have somebody in our lives, no matter how many, right, that are dependent on us to get up and not take these L's, these losses to heart. You cannot take these losses to heart. You have to constantly get up, constantly try to strive for a W, guys. Life is the war, you know. Just because one day you might not, that one day may not be going as planned, or that one plan may not be going as you thought, it does not mean that you've lost the war. You're still definitely in the fight. You just might have lost that battle, but it's cool because there's so many more for you to conquer. There's so many more for you to actually go out and really conquer. Like, you really have to believe that. You have to really understand that, right? And so I'm telling you today, don't quit. Don't give up. There's going to be a lot of things that don't go our way, and that's okay. We make plans that may not necessarily be the plan that God wants for us, right? And that's the biggest thing. And everyone's like, well, how do I know if this is the plan that God wants for me or not? Well, to put it this way, is it the plan that you really want for yourself? Right? Let's start with that. 100%. Let's not deny the fact that sometimes we all jump into things that we're not 100% committed to. It just sounds good. It sounds like, oh, we should be doing that, right? But is that something that you really want to do? You know, you have to be 100 with yourself in order to fully get that blessing that God has. God wants us to plan these things out. He wants us to tell him what we want, so that he's like, okay, cool, I've already had these steps laid out for you. I was waiting for you to tell me that you wanted it just as bad as I wanted it for you. and it's just like that. Guys, I want to encourage you, don't give up. Don't give up. It may not, right now, it may not seem like anything's going in your favor. And that's very, very, very hard to know and to keep seeing, right? oh, it's not going in my favor. Oh, this is failing, that's failing, this is blah, blah, blah. Everything is just, you know, to put it short and blunt, sucks. Everything just sucks, man. But if you don't take life and understand that you have all of the attributes, all of the traits, everything laying down in front of you, you just have to pick it up and put it together so that it works. You really have to understand that. I'm gonna give you an example. Right? About a month ago, I was actually running a container. I was running a load down to Wisconsin, or up to Wisconsin. And when I got to the customer, my bolt cutters, they're inoperable, and I knew that they weren't working. But I just got lucky with so many customers. They had they had bolt cutters, and they would let me use their bolt cutters to go out to the container and cut the bolt, open up the door so I can get it into the dock, right? Many customers will have that type of equipment for you, right? But it's always good for you to have it yourself, right? At least if you're a truck driver, it's always good for you to have some bolt cutters if you're a truck driver and you're listening to this. My bolt cutters at the time were inoperable. They weren't working. The mechanism to get my blades to come out and, you know, do the scissor-like action, the bolt that was there, it was all messed up, it was all bent, and it was just bad, right? It was all bad. So I'm at this customer, right? I go up to the customer, I go up and I ask, hey, do you guys have a pair of bolt cutters so I can go to the back and I can cut the bolt off for you? I can get this load into the dock for you. This is the first customer out of, I kid you not, about 15 or 20 customers that did not have a bolt cutter. They're like, hey man, sorry, we don't have a bolt cutter for you. So immediately I'm like, oh crap, like, oh man, well, let me figure out how I guess I can open up this container without a bolt cutter, right? So some time passes, about 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes passes. One of the warehouse workers come out and they're like, hey, we heard that you didn't have a bolt cutter. Here's a hammer and a crowbar. Maybe you can use this. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna use this, but there's a reason why I got it. Let me go back there and see if it's gonna work or not. Well, it did not work. I was back there, I was banging the hammer on the crowbar, and it didn't work, man. It didn't budge. As a matter of fact, I think it made it a lot worse. So I don't know how than it would if I just didn't use any of that stuff at all, right? So now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. And I was extremely frustrated, as that situation probably will get many of us frustrated, right? And I felt like, well, this isn't gonna work. I guess I'm gonna lose out on money. I'm gonna have to take this load back. There were so many things that went through my head in that moment, other than let's just try to fix what's going on in front of us. Let's understand that we have everything that we need right in front of us to make this problem go away. And I did. So the more I sat back and looked at these 3 items that I had in front of me, I had my bolt cutters that weren't operable, I had a hammer, and I had a crowbar. Well, the crowbar wasn't gonna be really meant for anything, but I started looking more into this hammer and my bolt cutters. My bolt cutters had a little latch or a little piece of metal that was sticking up, bent upwards, not allowing for the screw to be able to screw correctly in the hole in which it needed to screw in. So the more I noticed that, and then I saw the hammer, I was like, well, what if I take this hammer and I beat on that little piece of metal that's sticking straight up, and I beat on it and allow it to kind of be parallel to the bottom, the bottom piece so that I can get the screw in and allow the screw to actually, you know, screw all the way in. And so when I tell you I started to beat on the bolt cutters with this hammer, and it started to even out, and I started to notice that the plan that wasn't the plan at first, but that plan started to work. I was like, wow, this is really going to work. This is really going to, you know, I'm really going to be able to cut open my the load, right? Get the boat off and get it back into the dock. And it did. It worked, guys. You know, a little bit of patience, a little bit of understanding that everything that I have in front of me is all I need. And it made the day. After that, I was happy. That whole day, I think I might have jumped into a little bit of traffic, or a lot of bit of traffic, but I didn't care. I was like, hey, take as long. Hey, you want to get in? Come on. You know, get on in. You know, this is the best day. This is the best day, and it was the best day of my life, because that's when I noticed that we have everything in life right in front of us to make our lives work, and make them work the way that we need them to work for us, right? No matter what you're going through, no matter what problem that you have right in front of you, there are literally things that you've either grown to become, that maybe someone else that's around you may have that can help you, right? You just need to, you know, reach out. But there are things that are in our lives that are set up to help us, and very often we get more frustrated about we get very frustrated about the situation, and we don't stop and we don't think about, okay, well, what's in front of us that we can use right now, or what's in front of us that we can use, or what maybe that's not in front of us that maybe someone else may have that we can borrow and use, right, to make this thing go right. It's all in front of us. And that is why I encourage you, don't stop, don't quit, keep going. Keep on going, keep on getting up, keep on throwing that next dart at the board, because everything that you want in life is here. It's in front of you. All you have to do is just try just a little bit harder. Just sit back. Don't get so frustrated. Do not get so frustrated, right? Do not think that your way is the only way. Take advice, give advice, you know? And trust me when I say that this life is not set up for you to fail. This life is set up for you to succeed and have an abundance. You have to believe that, and you have to trust me when I say that, because it is the truth. It is the absolute truth. Fellas, if you like anything that I've said today, I encourage you to like this. I encourage you to share this. I encourage you to subscribe, to hit the bell, because to put it short, I don't have all the answers. I really don't. But I'm trying to, and I'm hoping that my transparency, you know, my experiences, right, can help you, you know, and it can, and I really pray that it can help the gentlemen and the men who are around my age, 29 and lost, 29 and nothing's going their way. So it's better just to be a fat ass on my mom's couch rather than get up, go to the gym, surround yourself around great brothers, listen to great people on YouTube that you know, listen to great people on Instagram, and listen to great people in our lives. You have to do that. You have to continue to utilize the things that's in front of you to become and shape you to be the better man that you need to be for not only yourself, but for the people around you. That's 100%. Love all of you all. And I hope that you guys heard something from this. Again, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.